Welcome everyone to the Tuesday sessions, right, guys? Okay, hope everyone's doing good, right, guys? So, what's happening with the Bitcoin, guys? All right, what's happening with the Bitcoin and what's happening with the gold, right, guys? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Just a second, then we'll start, right, guys? Okay, hope everyone's doing good, right? Hope everyone is doing good, guys. Welcome, guys. Welcome. This Tuesday sessions will quickly try to see into some scalping sessions, right? And accordingly, okay, guys, we'll try to quickly see into the scalping sessions, right? Okay, guys, hope everyone's doing good, right, guys? BTC, right? BTC, what's happening with BTC? Okay, so I have one open positions and upper side. I'm holding till this levels, and most probably from this levels, we'll try to go for the short positions from this levels, right, guys? Okay, for the BTC, right, guys? Okay, so most probably I'm expecting the price to move till this levels. Then from here, we'll try to go for the downside move, one more move towards the downside. Might like to play around in the zone a bit, right? From there, I'm thinking to go for the short moves, right, guys? Okay. So, guys, yesterday what we have been planning, right? Firstly, we try to open a long position from here, right? So from here, I try to exit it, right? Okay, around this zone, I guess, right? We try to exit it, and I was taking one scalping from this levels to this levels, right? Okay. Firstly, I took one scalping, right? And market what I told you, all right, guys. So for the short position, you can wait below this levels, right, guys? This is what I have told you, all right. That was a big crash on the downside. If you have taken it seriously, you might have got a setups, right? But if you have not taken whatever I have said seriously, right, you may not have got it, right? It's up to you. It's nothing much financial advice, right? Make your own research before you move in, right, guys? Okay. So for the BT, we will observe the market to move on upper side a bit, right? Okay. For a while, and most probably from this levels we'll try to look for one short positions till the $61,477, right? Okay, guys, let's see what will happen, right, guys? Okay. Nothing much financial advice is still a valid, right? You have a scalping sessions on upper side, okay? So maybe 0.667% still on upper side, right, guys? Okay, so most probably we'll target in this levels on upper side. Okay, guys, so let's see what will happen, right, guys? Okay, for the gold, right? Let's try to go for the gold. Gold, guys. Gold. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the crypto analysis channel by Dragon. All right. So I try to come on a live stream from Monday to Friday sessions every day, Saturday and Sunday as well. I try to come for the live streaming. If you can take advantage, well and good, right? If you are interested to understand the market, welcome to the crypto analysis channel by Dragon, right, guys? Okay, if you are not interested, it's up to you all. Okay, guys, nothing financial advice, make your own research, right, guys? Okay, I don't want to give any financial advice. I'm not a certified financial advisor, right? Okay, meanwhile, we will be waiting whatever the market does in this levels. We will be waiting for the market to move till this levels, then only we'll operate one short position from the top, right? Okay, for the gold, right, guys? Gold, yesterday what I told you, all right? So these levels, and if you are waiting for the confident levels from the top, that would be a good short towards downside, right? Whereby the market have exactly went towards the downside. This is what we have seen, right? Okay. Yes, Taza. Ah, kokazanyo. Kulikanya ani mindu bate. Tentechi. 1, 2, 3. Tentechi lab chini mindu bate kanya. Tentechi kanya mindu se. You are the one. For the gold, guys, okay. What we can do is right now we have seen the market have tried to break out on upper side, okay. And so, all right. So for the gold also, we will be expecting the price to move on upper side. All right, till this levels on upper side. Okay. So meanwhile, gold might like to play around a bit, right? Okay, in this level. Okay, might be a small drop on a downside, inviting the short ones, and trying to push you on upper side and try to go get back one more time, right? Okay. For the gold also, right? What we can do is right for the gold. Hi, hi, viral hop. How are you doing, brother? Welcome, welcome. All right. Okay, so for the gold also what we can expect is price to move on upper side right now. Market have given you all the move towards the downside, right? One breakout towards the downside, right? Okay, but one retest is left whereby the market needs to move up and up to level and try to come down, right? So on upper side, okay, so for the shorter side, most probably you can wait in these levels for to go on a downside, right? Okay, so most probably below those levels and try to go all the way towards the downside, right? Big crash towards the downside. But most probably for now, market needs to move back to this level one more time on upper side. So above these levels, you'll see one good move on upper side, right? Okay, so maybe from this level, a little bit on downside, right? Again, market needs to move one more time on upper side. Okay, guys, for the gold also as well, we need to move one more time on upper side. All right, then you might like to get a good crash on a downside, right? Okay, so we have a possibilities to move till this levels. All right, on upper side, then a small crash on a downside. So most probably you might like to wait till this levels for the confident to move on a downside, right? Or wait in this levels to go for a big shots on a downside, right? Guys, so in this levels it might like to play around a bit, right? Might like to give you invite the short ones, right? Three. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, one more move is left on upper side. Okay, guys. So you might like to trace one more time on a gold on upper side. Maybe from this level of sort downside, you are not tracing it. You have only 0.4% scalping in upper side on a 5 minutes time frame, guys. All right. For the BT, you need to hold a little bit, right? Let it flow a little bit on upper side, right? Okay. So most probably from this levels, we'll try to short it towards the downside. All right. Let's see anyways what the market wants to do it, right, guys? Okay. Have patience, right? Have patience, right? Let's see, okay, guys. So I have opened one long positions from those levels. I'm holding on upper side. All right. So till this level, okay. So most probably I'm expecting the price to at least go back to this levels or a little bit on upper side. All right, it's still valid. You those who wanted to go for the long positions, right, from here, but nothing much financial advice, right? You have around 1% or 0.7% on upper side on a Bitcoin, right? Okay, guys, it might like to play around a bit and try to move on upper side this levels, right? From there, most probably I'll try to go for the shots on a downside. Okay, guys. So yesterday, if you have planned to put shots on a downside, I think you would have traced around 0.3, I mean like 3% or more than that one, right? So this was the level that I have provided you all, 3.16 percentage drop, given that was a big folders, right? So what I told you all yesterday, if you have been listening to me, right, on upper side, you are not focusing anything. So when the market happens to come below this levels, you are going to go for a big boom shot on the downside. That's what I have told you all, right? Okay, so if you have taken it, well and good. If you have not taken it, it's up to you, right? Nothing much financial advice, right? Okay. So this was the understanding that I have given you all yesterday, right? So guys, let's try to understand the Bitcoin a little bit on a daily time frame and whatever it is, right? So market, what the market have done is, right, guys, okay, so last time we have seen a price have broken out on upper side, right, again came for the retest and the retest got a huge rejection from the top whereby the market happens to come down to those levels. Now I am aiming Bitcoin to fall a little bit towards the downside, right? So if it happens to lose below the $61,410, it is almost assured for the Bitcoin to get loose below this level, I guess, right? Because it have got a huge reaction from the top and try to come down below and try to break out towards the downside, right, guys, from this resistance, previous resistance. But so this was the levels, right? Market tried to break out and this got a huge reaction from the top and again tried to come down to this levels whereby the retest couldn't pass on upper side. The market came down to break down towards downside, right? Okay, so Let's see whether it closes below these levels or not on a 4 hours time frame. If it closes with a small pullback, market is going to crash all the way towards downside. This is what I feel. All right, guys. Okay. Let's see. Anyways, right. All right. I've tried to plan one long positions right now. Right. For the gold, also we might like to expect a little bit on the upper side and a small move on the downside. Right. For same for the BT as well. Okay. Small time frame. We try to go for the small scalping on upper side, right? Okay, small scalping on upper side, then we might like to come down a bit towards the downside, right, guys? Okay, so wait for it, right, guys? Those who have not operated any positions, right? Okay, again, you wait for the price to move above this level. Again, you can plan for the long positions, right? Okay, so right now it is just holding a small long 0.5% given on the scalping on upper side, right? Let's see, guys. All right. Hi, hi, Designer Hub. How are you doing? Designer Hub, welcome, brothers. Welcome, welcome. Hope you have got a huge profit yesterday's, right, guys? Okay, so that's a level where we have created a long, right? Okay, so that was given on Monday, right? Most probably, I hope you all have got a good profits yesterday on upper side as well as a big down on a downside, almost 3 to 4% traced right towards the downside, right? Okay, so most probably I'm expecting that one, right? Okay. So meanwhile, these levels, right, it might like to play around a bit in these levels, and again, we need to move back to these levels, and we might like to come down one more time towards the downside, right, guys? Okay, I'm expecting that one. All right, so most probably. Ah, yeah. Guys, very good. How are you? I'm good too. Designer Hub. I'm good too. I'm good too. I'm good too. I'm good too, brother. I'm good. Superb, doing superb, crazy, fighting the market, making some dollars, happy, right? Hope you are doing good too as well, right? Okay. For the gold, also we need to reach back to these levels. Then only we can get a one side again one more move on the downside. I guess most probably, right? Okay. Tera mera man. Let's see whether it gives us not. All right. तेरे मेरे जिंदगी में तू है. Let's see on a 1 hour time frame. Big crash, right, guys? This morning, big crash. Again, we'll try to trace one more for the scalpings, right, guys? Okay. For me, the shorts I have been holding one from $65,300 all the way from the top, right? I'm aiming for the big shots on the downside, right? Okay. So for the scalpers, you can take it this levels, right? Okay. Long positions and try to go to those levels and try to drop from here. This is what I'm expecting, right? It may or may not go exactly. It might break the low. Yeah. So that's very crazy for us. Big dollars. So usually for me, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday usually doesn't work very good for me. Let's try to see, right, what happens. Small pullback we are expecting in this level. Let's see where the market is going to give us or not, right? Okay, guys, let's try to see that. Check that one. Nothing much financial advice now, guys. Make your own research, right? Okay, guys. Gold, bigger time frame. We are expecting rejection from this level, guys. Okay, for the gold. And if it happens to, but if it happens to hold up, right? If it happens to break out on upper side and stay above, then you will get an upper side move. But if it doesn't stay above, right? If it gets rejections, right? You are going to get boom towards the downside, right, guys? Okay. If it happens to step up, so most probably I'm expecting the price to fall only. All right. Okay. Expecting the price to get rejection from these levels and try to drop towards the downside. So you'll be waiting in these levels for your shots one more time. For the BT, 1, 2, 3 times. You should be able to give some words move in these levels. Okay. For the BT. Those who are interested, you can go for the scalping. It still is valid, right? Okay. So you have around a 1.37% on upper side. Nothing much financial advice though. All right, make your own research before you move in, right, guys? Okay. So yesterday, if you have traced yesterday's my live stream, you must be having a huge weight in your accounts today, right? Like me. Happy, right? Let's try to wait. Patience, guys, patience. Let's see. Still valid, guys. All right. We'll take two setups, okay, today for the scalpings, right? One from here and one from the top, right? Okay. For the scalpers, we'll try to take two setups. That's Chubana Salo. My God. What do you think, guys? Will the Bitcoin goes give us some pullback? Pullback, some pullback. Patience, like patience. Let's see. Okay. Either we lose or we get it and sleep. For the gold, gold getting back to the zone, guys. All right, need to have a little bit bigger stop loss, right? You can take one risk over here for the scalpers, right? Nothing much financial advice. Make your own research, guys. All right. Okay. You can take one risk for the gold from here to this level, 0.43%. You will be tracing it, or till this levels you will be able to trace $1,155. We are just tracing a pullback, okay, right now, guys. All right, pullback on upper side. Boom, come on. Let's try to see that one as well. जिंदगी दो पल की Don't believe me, just watch. Today I haven't taken any straight setups, okay? This is the only one, right? And one I have one short positions that is moving from this levels, right? Okay, this levels towards the downside, okay, with my VIP people, right? Yesterday I have, as soon as I leave my live streaming, right, from this levels, I try to give them the one short positions right at the top, right? And I'm holding on that one low on the downside, right? Today I haven't taken any setups, only long move that I've been taking one, right? And one is taking the scalping, okay? So one will be taken over here and one towards the downside. Only two setups I'm going to take for today, right? Let's see if it gives me any profits, right? Let's aim for the good moves, right? Some profits today as well, right? Like yesterday, greenery. So then, yeah, you don't want to take the chips. Wait, okay, guys, wait. Have patience, right? Patience, have patience. Even the survey can be. Move it, bitty. Next time, sound, guys. Patience. What we are expecting is just a breakout from this levels on upper side, right? Market have tried to market have tried to break out from this levels on upper side, right? Okay, this was the retest, right? We want one confirmations on upper side. That's all. If it happens to get rejection from here, we'll get down, but we are expecting the price to break out from these levels and try to move as at least one step on upper side for the pullback. Getting back to entry. Yeah, Hangzhou, you make ready the spice, the species, onion. Hope everyone caught the short moves right, guys. From the top, you'll get one more opportunity for the shots, right, guys? Okay, but most probably from this level, I'll try to shot again. All right, for another account. तेरे साजन 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 ओ मेरे साजन साजन साजन. Head and shoulder pattern, design a hub, 1 minute. It will drop a bit. 1 minute time frame. Yeah, it is going to drop a bit. All right. For 1 minute, it's going to, yeah, one more drop. One more drop, you will get it over here. Maybe it will try to come to these levels. Ang nyong malani? Ang nyong mala? Kaza? Ang nyong malani? साजन साजन मेरी साजन. Hi, Frankie Pat. How are you doing? You're doing good, Frankie Pat. You're doing good, Frankie Pat. तेरे मेरे जिंदगी में Patience, okay? Have patience. It might like to give small drop, play around. Ooh, जीवन अपना सनम सनम Irina, जीवन अपना सारा सनम 1 minute. La 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 la. Hi, bro. O12. O12. Hi, hi, brother. Welcome. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Welcome. Hi, hi. Irina, Irina. We're waiting for one small pullback, okay, guys? Let's see whether it gives or not. At least till this level, right? Then we are going to short it from that level towards this level. Okay, 61,482. 61,482. Irina, Irina. Dil hamara. Wait for one move on upper side, guys. Okay, for the bold as well. All right, it couldn't pass up right now. Small scalping can be traced on upper side for the bold 0.47 percentage. Coming back to my entry. दिल है तुम्हारा जीवन अपना सारा सनम. Hope they book profits for which shots? Yeah. Shots because like shots I'm still holding a shots, all right, for the one shots that was taken from this level, right? But for now this is a different account, just my scalping account. One scalping on upper side pullback, and again one more move on a downside. I wanted to expect it. Let's see, guys. Okay, whether it is able to give a pullback or just it will drop down. TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4 is still valid. जीवन अपना सारा सनम ने ये क्या हाल कर दिया Patience, guys, patience, hold. More it plays around in the zone, the higher the Bitcoin has a possibilities to pump. Okay. Long from 64K, help me. BG 64K. Damn, bro. 64 is up. You are going to get your, it depends on your font size, guys. All right. Okay. If you are very big font size while going for the pullback, I think you might like to close it over there. Nothing much financial advice though. Okay. But I think Bitcoin is going all the way to $61,400 on a downside. So if it happens to further break down, it might like to go all the way to its downside as well. So this is the level. So you have exactly short longed at the place whereby you have short positions. Yesterday I told you all to go for the shorts below these levels. If you have checked my live streaming yesterday, right? Hi, Shuvash. Hi, brother. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Because like whatever it is happening in this level, it was the retest. Okay, retest. People have thought that if it was staying above what I told you all, guys, right? Okay, so understanding the market is so important, right, guys? Okay, so that was the retest on the upper side. Whatever you had yesterday, that was not a real breakout. Okay. So what I told you all, we need to have a one retest, one retest from the top. Then after the retest, it will be so confident for us to go for a boom down, right? Okay. You have retested these levels, right? Okay. So maybe it might like to take time, but in the coming maybe Wednesday, right? Maybe Wednesday, you might like to see the price. So it will depend how tonight how much it can dump towards the downside, right, guys? Okay. Most probably around 63 to 63,178, right? But holding on a loss is a little bit difficult, I guess, right? Why don't you cut the losses once it happens to go for the pullback, right? Might like to give a pullback from here a little bit towards downside. It might like to play around in this levels a little bit. I'm expecting one pullback in this levels, right? Whereby you might have chances of getting out with a $63,000 with a $1,000 losses, right? Okay, that can be one move. All right. So let's see whether it is going to give you all a big dump on the downside or not. Till this level, it's okay. Okay. So we need to have fake out for the those who have short in this levels, right? Okay. So it have created a short positions in this levels, right? Okay. And this was the this was the retest, right? Okay, so most probably market, if it happens to drop it, so it might like to give a hope for the shots, and we need to get go back one pull back, trying to take out a little bit of shots and trying to come down. This is what I'm thinking right now, right? That time you might have a chances around 63,000, 63,000, $63,273. That can be one chances for you all, right? Okay. If it happens to give the pullback on upper side, around 63,273. Hello, hello, 74, 64. I think it will be difficult for the Bitcoin to go back to that levels so easily, right? Because there is almost 800 to $1,000 differences, right? So if your fund is small, that's well and good, right? But if your fund is so big, then it will create huge chaos for you, right? Huge loss for you, right? Okay. So most probably you might like to close it when it happens to go back to $63,200 on upper side. If it happens to give you the pullback, right? Nothing much financial advice on guys, okay? Because like Bitcoin might like to trace because on a weekdays, right? Only on Wednesday it might like to give you on a upper side move, right? Okay, on Wednesday, but Wednesday midnight, right? Most probably it might give you a upper side move, but till then, Tuesday today, right? Till tomorrow daytime, right? Okay, so how far it can dump tomorrow morning, right? So still has a good chances of dropping towards the downside, right? So that doesn't, it may be like a pinch for you all, but the cutting losses rather than holding very long, right? So cutting a small losses should be okay for you, right? At least you get back to the pullback on upper side, right? Because it looks so dangerous. One more step is left on a downside if it happens to give you all the pullback to the zone, right? One step is left. If it happens to drop directly towards downside, again, you'll get one pullback, right? From this levels or the little bit towards downside, you are getting a pullback. That time you can close it, right? Okay. Maybe that's one because like you should have a stop loss, right? If you have no stop loss, then it will be difficult for you to cut losses when it bigger gets bigger. Okay, guys. So whenever you are in loss, try to cut your losses when it's small. When it gets bigger, you won't be able. This 100% sure you won't be able to cut your losses. It's very difficult, guys. All right. Whenever it's small, try to cut your losses. That's all. Right. Okay. Whenever you are small, like when your losses is small, try to cut your losses. Right. Okay. When it gets bigger, then it will be very difficult for you to cut your losses. All right. ये तूने क्या कर दिया मेरा हाल क्या कर दिया Welcome back to the entry, right? When the losses gets bigger, guys, it will become very difficult to cut it, right? Whenever you are in loss, right? When it crosses your expected zone, right? Okay. For now, right, we have a stop loss. We should expect the stop loss, right? When it crosses the expected zone, we should cut immediately. That's the best choice. You are winning already. Even if you are losing it, you're winning already, right? Whenever you are in losses. Why we opened this long positions, guys? Okay, from this levels, this was opened on the retest that we have, right? A small pump was given, and from here it kept breaking out on upper side, right? Okay, so in this level, market tried to create an immediate resistance in the zone, right? Breakout, lots of retest, right? Okay, again came back for the retest on upper side, again keep clearing it, all right? At the same time, for the bearish, it have kept breaking down towards the downside, right? Okay, it came for the retest, it passed the retest, again we have one more move, right? Okay, so most probably, if it happens to come down, right, it might like to come down below this levels, right? Okay, whereby people will be opening a short position in this levels, right? Small drop, but while coming for the retest, if it happens to cross below our stop losses and moves towards downside, we need to cut the losses, right? Okay. So without pullback, it could give only this pullback and just like moving on a downside. This is what we can expect. All right. If it happens to go below this level for the longs pullback. Ooh. Hi guys, welcome. All right. 15 minutes retesting. दिल है हमारा। Let it keep breaking this one. Okay. Well and good if it keeps breaking it. So next time when we come from the top, it will be easier for us to go down. Pull back, guys, pull back. We are expecting some pullback in this level. तूने क्या कर दिया This was the level from yesterday, I guess. All right, market couldn't hold up. We expected the breakdown towards the downside and broke down from those levels, right? Going for long, yeah. I have started one long for just small pullback, right? Okay, small scalpings pullback on upper side. Okay, let's see. जीवन अपना सारा सनम ओ दिल है हमारा Market left some gap on upper side. Okay, we are just tracing that one. Yeah, gold, wait for the upper side, guys. Okay, so downside, don't focus it. Once it happens to pass above, right, you might like to trace one long till this level. Don't focus on the downside. From when it tries to turn out from the top, then only you can go for the shots. Movie for today is Cocktail 2, new movie. Okay, brother, I'm watching that one with my wife. All right, study materials. Luca, hi, bro. Welcome, brother. Welcome, brother. All right. So today, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to long one positions from here, right, for scalping, and I'll try to one shot from this level. Only two projects for me tonight, right? Okay. Let's see whether it gives a direct towards the downside or it gives us pull back and try to move on the downside, right? So for me, it needs to give some pull back on upper side, keep breaking out from those levels on upper side, right? Okay. So let's see. All right. Cocktail 2. All right. I'm just going to watch that one. All right, guys. Pull back, right? So gold, wait, guys. Gold, wait. We need to wait above these levels, right? Mm. Cocktail 2. All right. It will take some time. Yeah. It's going to take some time. It will play around. Firstly, shots will be invited, right? Then only it is going to give you all. All right, guys. It's going to take time. Mm. दिल है तुम्हारा हमने किया है still at the entry zone only right now. Fine. दिल है तुम्हारा ये तूने क्या कर दिया so from where it is moving, that's a problem, right? It might like to play around a bit, right? Okay, but I'm going to get out from these levels, right? Once it tries to break below this my stop loss on the downside. All right, and I'll try to wait, right? I'll try to wait for the price to come up, and again I will try to go for one long. So this is a play out zone, right? So market try to break down below these levels right now, right? Okay, it will try to play around a bit, I guess. Invite the shots in this level, right? That's it, guys. Anyways, all right. Nothing much financial advice. Make your own research. All right. It's going to hit my stop losses. It's going down. My stop loss right over there. Hopefully to 63.5. 63.5. I'm not expecting that much, but at least I'll be expecting around. I'll be expecting around most probably gap. Gap is left on the upper side, right? Max 63.3, right? 63.2 to 63.3, I guess, most probably. I don't want to hit my stop loss. My stop loss is right over here. If it gives me a stop loss, I'll get out, right? Immediately get out. Have patience, right, guys? Okay. So most probably I will try to short it from this levels towards downside, boom on the downside. The more time it takes in this levels, the higher the Bitcoin is going to pump and the deeper the Bitcoin is going to dump. All right, this is what I think for now, right? मेरा मन क्यों झुक जाए ये बंधन. Hopefully, right? Look up. Hopefully. Have patience, guys. $1,200. So this is the last point, I guess, for us. Those who are waiting for the longs, right? Shouldn't close below these levels, right? Okay. If it happens to remain below these levels, right, it will go for the shorts, right? Okay. Above this level only, we need to go up, right? This can be the last point for us for the BT, right? Okay. So market, we have support in these levels, right? And it tried to break out, right? Okay. So again, coming for the retest, right, below these levels on a 1 minute time frame. If you have seen these levels, right? Okay. Below those levels, it's going to be a bearish, big bearish towards downside. We shouldn't go back below those levels for the a pullback on upper side, right? Okay. Most probably, I have a stop loss in the zone, right? I have a stop loss of 0.32 and maximum if I wanted to trace it, right, that is going to be 1.16 percentage and maximum of 1.5. Okay, so 1 is to 4 something else, right? Okay. What is the risk and reward ratio? Risks, all right, small risks is 0.32 percentage and profit is 1.5, say 4%, right? 4 to 12. 1 is 3, right? Yeah. If you lose one portion, if you win a big portions, right? Okay. For the shorts, right? So it can swap till this levels, right? But it shouldn't close below this levels, right? Okay. We need to get back on upper side. 5 minutes, 1 minute. Below this levels, we won't be holding. All right. We'll get out and we'll wait for the next entry. If it happens to close below this levels, then we will be in this level. So we keep closing it. Closed right now. Market about to hit our stop loss. Let's see the last move of Bitcoin for the upper side. If it happens to lose this one, right, then it will most probably try 62,000 ranges, right? Okay, better not to hold too long, right? We'll be expecting this stop loss. This is the last reversal point for us on upper side for the pullback on upper side. Okay, so if the market was trying to, this was the break retest, last retest, right? So if the market is just trying to fake you out, this is the last point, then going up, right? Okay, but if it happens to go back from here towards all the way towards downside, then it will be so crazy on the downside, right? We shouldn't be expecting much. Above these levels, we'll try to go for the longs. I think my stop loss not gone yet, right? I'm still holding in these levels, right? Okay. If my stop loss is gone, I will be getting out. All right, guys, I won't be holding below these levels. Whatever market does, just get out, right? Okay. Small liquidations for this. This will be the last reversal point. If it happens to drop, you won't hold, okay, guys, for the long. We'll keep closing it. I have one long scalping holding still, right? Stop loss in the zone. Low taken. What is risks? औरंगी औरंगी नाचे below this levels we won't be holding, guys. Okay, so this is the last level we'll be holding in. That might be a retest, right? Okay, to this level, but from below the average we are not going to hold. Okay, I think it's attaining our stop loss. Loss be at 0.32 percentage, guys. Okay, small one move, 0.36 percentage. Taken out. Hey, come on, take it, guys. BT. Now stuck with the stop loss. What is it? Okay, gone, guys. All right, 0.36 percentage stop loss gone. All right, guys, stop loss gone. Be at the losses. Okay, I beat the loss. 0.36 percentage for this scalping. Above this level only, if there is neutral, above this level only we can try it, right? Okay, below we won't be touching it, right? Below it might like to target this levels, right? From this levels downside, right? We never knows now. Okay. Mhm. If it happens to come above this levels, then we'll try one more time to trace this pullback on upper side. Otherwise, no chance. Right now, aggressively price moving on a downside, broke down towards the downside. One loss be it, guys. All right. For the scalping. One loss period for the scalping, only one setup I have taken today. One loss period for the downside. Okay, the daily is a big buy. It shouldn't be a big buy, I guess, Luca, but maybe pullback only is we can expect in these levels. All right, small pullback. Now, if it happens to try, right, without the pullback, right, so main target should be $61,336. All right, this should be the main target. All right, but most probably it shouldn't be directly going to these levels. If we directly go to these levels, that it will swap you all the way in upper side, very big, without any pullbacks directly on upper side. All right. But in fact, if it keeps giving you a pullback, it can last you all a little bit longer towards the downside. Okay. So most probably I was expecting the pullback to those levels and trying to drop till those levels, right? Okay. This was my motivations or my aim, right? But right now maybe our stop loss was too tight, right? Okay. Maybe it will like to go back one more time for the pullback on upper side. If it happens to go back, right? So most probably again, you might like to hold, go above these levels for the upper side move, right? Okay, if it happens to give. Otherwise, on a downside, right? For the downside, if you wanted to try for the shots, I cannot take shots directly from those levels. I'll be waiting for pullback, then only I will be waiting, going for the shots if I wanted to go for the scalping shots. All right. Okay, most probably. So most probably this can be the levels whereby market might like to. So this is what I'm expecting in the market right now. But our stop loss was gone from those levels, right? Immediately took out the stop loss. All right. So nothing we can do it. All right. Let's see if it happens to stay back the upper side one more time. Liquidations given. So after the liquidations on a 1 minute time frame, it should be a bigger move. So we got a small W pattern in these levels. Market try to liquidate the people who have a long in these levels, right? Okay. try to take out them. So most probably for the long ones, right, you will be observing whether the market is trying to push an upper side or try to close below these levels. So right at the average you are right now, all right, okay, market is approaching towards the right at the average, right. Let's see what will happen. I cannot open directly a short or long position also in these levels right now, okay. So I need to observe it whether the market gets pulled back on upper side or not from the average at least, okay. If it doesn't get, then a big swap on a downside can be expected, all right, without pullback, right. If it doesn't give pullback, then the big swap on a downside can be expected, right. Maybe from those levels, right, if it happens to come up, then we can again operate one long positions on upper side from the average if it happens to give us the upper side. So this is the retest that we are having, one retest, two retest, right. So market is trying to do the retest, right, and try to create the double bottom at the same time. Let's see, okay guys, what the market will do. If it doesn't get a rejection from these levels, then market will go really low, guys, okay. So maybe the expected zone will be this one, $61,326. If it happens to go really low, if it happens to break below this average, $61,989. If it breaks this one, then market is going really low. All right, 61,000. It will be expecting the price around $61,336. All right. For the BT, let's observe for a while whether it crosses the average point or not. Right. Then we'll try to see it. Right. Buying this level itself is so risky. If it tries, it will break out. If it happens to directly drop, then it might be a small reversal on upper side. Okay. If it happens to drop directly, then it might be again trying to take out the shorts on upper side. Okay, guys. If it happens to go with a small pullback on the downside, it can last a little bit long on the downside, not a swap, right? It will try to last a little bit long. So at least for a week, we will try to see only for the downside. Boom, 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 boom on a downside. Okay. Three. All right. Something is missing. Just a second, okay, guys. I'll go washroom and come back. So if you are planning longs, shorts, right, guys? Okay. Most probably, if it happens to go back and get rejection from these levels and try to close down, then you might like to wait for these levels to come down for the downside. Okay. Really wants to go for the downside move, right? Without the pullback. Probably if it happens to go back. Otherwise, if you try to plan short directly from here, right? Okay. Happens to move back for the small pullback on upper side, or stop losses has high chances of getting rid. 7 happens to go back and try to get rejection from these levels, try to come down to these levels, then you might like that will be 1000. Try to plan from here. If it keeps well and good, but if it happens to go for a small pullback, then it's better wait for, if you have missed the stop one, right? Better wait for the price to go back, right? Get rejection if it happens to get rejection. Let's wait and see, right, guys? The market will action from the top and try to drop, or just picking out the shots, right? Inviting the shots. Market try to close below, all right, which means that market is not joking right now, not picking out. Then market left one test gap, right? So one day it will try to come and up this one, all right? Wherever the market goes on the downside, I'll be waiting for the shots from these levels, right? Okay, one position is pending from this level. Next time when it tries to come, S is left, right? Try to come up and try to short from this level one more time. Opportunity you will get always, all right, guys. Okay, it's not that, not that. It's the opportunity, all right. That FOMO, right? It's the opportunity always. One day it should come back, right? Levels maybe all the way towards downside. $1,000 maybe, right? That's all for today, right, guys? Okay, one scalping done. Cleared the losses. Done. Mhm. What not There was, I think, market wants to move directly towards the downside. I think, right, the last expectation zone is this level for the reversal. Otherwise, will give a big crash on the downside, right, guys? Okay, so don't expect any. If you are holding, don't hold it, right, guys, for the longs one. So if you are holding for the long, only when the market comes back and reverses above these levels, right? And if it happens to get rejection, it will go for the shorts, right? If it happens to give you a pullback, I mean like stay above, then you will get a long side. Okay. Only that is the possibilities, right, guys? Okay. Otherwise, I don't see any possibilities for the long, right? For the shorts also, don't try to plan directly from here, right? It will be too risky, right? Okay. It happens to get rejection from those levels, right? Okay. Might like to wait for the shorts below certain levels, right? Maybe $62,200, then you get a short swing. Probably if it happens to go for back on the side, so I'm not changing any directions right now, right? I'm not trying to plan for the charts right now, right? Okay. I'll check on a precise one scalping if the pullback is given, right? Most probably till this levels. Try to go for the shots. Only two plans. One going on a precise and happens to go down directly, I'll just ignore the shots. Right. So this is how I can plan for this move. When you miss this move on the downside, don't feel that it is like missed anything. And see next time again. The price coming to this level, market might this level, this whatever it is, it will try to reverse in this level. All right, guys. Okay. So far, so cool, guys. All right, taken one scalping on upper side, given a small move on upper side, right? Only one TP was heated, and 0.64 percentage move was given, and crashed towards the downside from these levels. Had to bear small losses of 0.21 percentage, right? Okay, small percentage you have to bear it. It happens to reverse it back, then we'll try it. Otherwise, we just ignore this move for now. All right. Okay. So don't try to chase the setups all the time, right? Okay. When the market try to comes, then you try to open your positions. If it gives. Otherwise, take a stop loss and slip. Okay. This level, don't try to long it, right, guys? Okay. Though you get it, it will be very risky, right, guys? Those who are let it go all the way towards downside, whatever it is. If it happens to come to a zone, crash on the downside. That's all for today, I guess, guys. All right. Let's try to press one. Couldn't press that one, right? Okay. We'll try to come back tomorrow if we have. Stay right. We might like just stand in front of the big running waters, right? It might like wash you out. Okay, guys. So have a good time. Take care. I will see you all tomorrow, right, guys? With whatever we get it, right? Okay, guys. So most probably tomorrow, right? At the same time, 11 UTC, right? Try to nice move on. I'll pull back even, right? Conversation started. Lovely, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Can expect one move on upper side, guys. Still coming to our zone, guys. It's coming to our zone. Wow, wow, guys. Rejection. Our zone, not bad. Wow, guys. Lovely. I'm about to, whenever I end the live stream, then only the let's see whether it holds an upper side or not. Well and good. Expect price to move up. 1% at least, right? What's there? 1% for the pullback. Next. For the retest and those who have not on. Second, right? Before I add my live stream, market is giving some move. Let's see this. For confirmation, it just needs to pass this levels on upper side. Then look out for the retest. This is the retest right happening right now. For the confirmations, just waiting for the confidence. If you want to enter into noise, this is also small hope. small font on a downside, right? Of this level. Yes, darling. Yes. Wait, I'm just waiting for one. Test, 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 test. Let's wait a few minutes. See whether it. Test. Let's wait. We will get a very huge profit, guys. We get the pullback, we are going to get huge profit. Probably. One more time. This is why I told you all don't open your charts in this level. It's pullback, right? It's going out. If you wanted to open shorts, this can be on Zoom. Right? Now opening your long, right? We are just tracing the pullback if it happens. So most probably if you want to short this one, because downside shorting in this level is going to be too much risky for you all. Just 5 minutes. Just so we test our guys, all right. stays right. The session started right. Started from the New York sessions. 2 hours it will last. About to close my live stream because there was no hope. I told you all this is the last hope right? This average for to go back for the pullback. Right to clear out for the experience. Need to get back to this level. I told you all this time. We missed this time, right? These levels. Next time it is going to come from this levels, wherever it is. Come to fill up these levels. If it keeps spending right now, right? Market might like to go to somewhere else and it will come again. Structure gap, yes gap, liquidation gap, whatever you call it. Let's see how far it can throw us. Just for 5 minutes. Retesting our eyes, okay. Still SL. SL almost recovered. I was waiting for this one. Patience, guys, patience. Right now, a little bit up. We are expecting price to move up. Might like to do a smaller retest and expecting price to move in the zone. Let's see. Okay, we are expecting pullback. We are expecting small retest might be done to move. 62,000, $63,200 on the side. Make your own research after this. Okay. Isaac. Happy, Luca? You happy? Okay, just to make dollars. Right. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we get it, but make sure that at the end of the month you're gaining some your P&L should be increased. That's all. Nothing about in the middle you lose it, you lose it 1,000 times, you lose it whatever you do it. When you make it, you should make a goal. Right? That matters. When you lose 1,000 times, one percent, whatever it is, on that it matters whether you are making some dollars for yourself and you yourself a little bit uh, transparent with yourself, right? Are you doing right or wrong? Not about winning or losing. It's just about are you able to hold the money that you get from the market or not? That matters. Right? 1,000 times or yeah, no, it's a negative then it's a bit wrong. Most probably you must focus on your month end progress, right? Did you we need to try to look small, all right? Try to go like 2%, 1% bigger, 0.5% bigger. But SL recovered. SL recovered and we are going to short these levels. SL recovered, guys, are all only for small profits. Rest those who want to hold it. Our goal is anyway we have to touch these levels before we drop it down. This line, this line. All right. If it doesn't touch this time, we'll come back next time and price will touch this level. The second goal is this one. Market wants to drop directly. We have to get back next time to touch this level. So I'll be trying to shorten this. Starting at the base will be level 60, guys. Testing 15 minutes, guys. 5 minutes cleared it out. Have patience, guys. Okay, we'll be giving you all boom, boom, boom. That's broom. Look at here is broom, broom. Yes, darling. कुछ पूछा हुआ है? Patience, okay, it might like to really test, it will be giving you this target. And I'm going to short from this level, okay, guys? Okay. So whether it gives me or not, I'm going to short it from this level. So, all right, so this will be starting point. Try to come down to $61,300 on the downside, right, guys? Okay. Most probably this $300 I'll be targeting towards the side. Cash me, it's up to the market. Most probably for me to go for the shots, right, guys? Okay. Your SL is recovered, guys. Those who have lost it in the first stage, right? 0.6%. Nice, guys. Nice move. Nice move. Up. Profits, right? If you want to panic type of person, right? Handle it, right? Yes. Okay, guys. So yeah, so that's not bad, right? Like yesterday. Also we could take one scalping, right? Okay. Market gives, it's not financial advice, guys. Okay. I'd like to take shots from here, right? Target 61,300 towards the downside. If it gives, if it wants to bash you, I don't know, right? Okay, guys. But most probably, I think market should be also test will be completed, right? Then like to get a downside move as well, right? Okay. So yeah, that's the thing, guys. All right. Whatever you make it, you try to make your own research, right, guys? Okay, not too much financial advice, right? Whatever you do, try to understand the market and try to trade it. By luck, it may not stay for with you forever, right? If you try to understand market, once you understand, second time you understand. Therefore, multiple times, right? You are going to the national mission over here. Want to win or just try to be focused on running, right? Okay, guys. Comes automatically just the thing is by one time that you are making $1, $2, $50, $100, whatever it is. If you are making small dollars, that's fine. All right. That matters a lot. Not that you're winning, you're losing. That's the thing, guys. All right. Make sure that uh, you're making some dollars by content, right? So even if you are not making, your trade should be, you are losing around $500 first month, it should be reduced to 350 to 50, like to do a small pull back on this levels. Panic to it happens. Shouldn't be giving any pullback. Hope that was beneficial for you all to understand market a little bit, even it's not very big $1 million life changing plans, right? A little bit to understand the market, right? To give you the hopes, to give you the confidence, right? Okay. Hopefully, hopefully the dragon is able to help you all out, right? Not be able to change your life, but might help you to. Sometimes I might like to help. Hopefully, right? Hopefully, don't panic. You just get a small. Nothing much to panic over here, okay, guys. All right. Small pullback will be given. Right? You can hold with your stop losses. Small pullback might be given. Back will be happens to give pullback. That can be another. Also, I've missed it, right? Right, guys. we are we are removed with a small 0.1. Slowly it will go, guys. All right. Out point. Come on. Boom. Lovely. Lovely, guys. Super. Super. Too much to worry. Asal recovered, guys. 5% is done. Watching it, guys. straight line. Excuse me. Lovely guys. Super. Tell to entry now, guys. ऐसे ही सुनिए, ऐसे ही सुनिए। Imi में आता रहा नहीं मिला। Scene में जो आता रहा. Nothing much to worry, okay, guys. Main target, it may play around. At last, it have to go back to this level anyhow. And only we get it back, right? From here, we decide whether the market continues on upper side or get a reduction from these levels and drop all the way towards downside, right? Okay. To these levels, it should go anyway. That's a gap. Lovely, guys. Super. Easy, guys. SL recovered plus. It's a huge move. Nothing much financial advice, right, guys? Okay. Where is it, my mic? Right. Nothing much financial advice. Whatever we do, we try to understand the market and try to trade it. That's all. All right. Sometimes we get bashed. Sometimes we get at profits. Right. We make sure that month end, weekend, we close with some green PNLs. That's all. All right. Even if you are able to make around 4 to 5% in a week, that's fine, guys. All right. You don't have to be correct all the time. Just a small pullback, nothing much to worry over there, I guess. All right, guys. guys. Just keep with all your stop losses, right? Okay, hold it. Nothing much to worry, right, guys? Okay, I feel like I guess nothing, but not a financial advice, though, right, guys? Okay, nothing much to worry. This is just a pullback for you all, right? One retest for the bigger time frame, right? Okay, so have patience. All right. BG gap. Dragon, I think this was a retest of that's also possible. Mm. You know, guys, uh, you can understand, right? Okay, whatever it does in this levels, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, so whatever from this levels, we have to jump to this levels, whatever it does. All right, we have to reach back to $63,064 anyways. Okay, this is the fact about the daytime weekdays move of the market. All right, so whatever it does from this channels, all right, this channel should be this should be needed. All right, okay, so whatever it does downside, upside, whatever it is. All right, okay, so that's why I was planning from here. Right, okay, it just goes all the way towards downside or whatever it is, right? Okay. It have to meet this channel anyways. Okay, so this is what I mean. From here we have one retest, right? Again, one retest is left gap, right? We'll try to play around in the zone, right? Maybe it will try to come to below this levels as well, below my entry as well. Again, it have to go on upper side. All right, so more it plays, the higher it can pump up on upper side, but you may be having your own way of understanding the market, right? Okay, so as far as I know, so whenever there is a breakout from this levels to this levels in a one trend ranges, right, you should be going back and testing this levels. And if it is not able to hold above this level, then only you will get a very quick move on a downside, all right, which is going to be a very deep low, all right. So this is what I feel, all right, okay, maybe all the way towards downside as well. It doesn't matter, all right, okay. So that can be one retest that whatever you are thinking, that can be also a possible way, all right. But for me, if I have to plan the shots, right, if I have to plan for my shots, this market needs to give me one retest then only. So at the basically, I'm also waiting for the shots, all right. But market, I want the market to finish up the retest of the certain levels. Then only I can go for a big shots on a downside. Yeah, just a small pullback we are aiming for to go for the shots. At the meantime, what we have been doing is just retracing the retest level and trying to go for the shots, right? So I cannot go my shots from here. I cannot plan my shots, right? Wherever I want. So basically what I do is after retest, if it gives me short, it will be very confident for me, right? So especially below those levels, right? Okay. If it happens to directly get rejection from here and plant the shots, it doesn't give me the confidence. It might drop, but it doesn't give me the my full target. If it happens to go back and retest from the top, then I can confidently hold for my targets all the way towards the downside, right? $61,300 is my target, right? So if it further moves down, well and good, right? But most probably after getting a retest done, then only I get very confident to hold. So basically what I'm providing you all is just the pullback of the retest. Might give you all the pullback or not, okay? But most probably it should be giving you the pullback to this levels, right? Whereby market should be going back to this levels, right? Might like to play around in the zone a bit, right? Come down, play around, or try to come to this levels as well, right? Whatever it does, right? Okay, whatever it does, we need to go back to this levels one more time. Okay, so this is what I usually feel. All right, so if the market is not able to push up to this levels right now, all right, so market from the certain level, it is going to again come back. All right, it is from the certain levels, right? Maybe from this levels, right? Or from this level, so because it leaves some structure incomplete, right? So or from this levels, wherever it is, right, we need to come back to this level. This is what I mean to say. All right, okay. So meanwhile, if it happens to give it from here directly, we are planning a long on upper side, so we can get the target on upper side, right? Okay, so this is what we are doing meanwhile. All right, so if we check on this retest phase, this is the level mean, this is the average point from where it should be going up. If it doesn't goes up from here, this is the average point, right? This is just a retest, as you have said. Yeah. Lee, hi Lee, how are you? I hear you. Okay, design. All right. So we are just planning along just to retest it on the top upper side, right? So right now market have kept breaking out on upper side, okay? So right now market might like to give you again plan so this is the low for you all, right? Okay, those who are planning shots. So market might like to give a small move for the shots. People will be waiting for the this levels to short it, right? And market later on again try to move up and try to take out the shots. Okay, so this is what I'm feeling right now. All right. Okay. If I try to plan my shots, I can plan from here, here, wherever it is, right? But I need to have a bigger stop loss in case if it happens to move on upper side, right? Okay, then you should make sure that it shouldn't hit my stop loss, right? So for that reason, I cannot short it in this levels, right? So most probably what I will be doing is after it completes this retest, it has no chances of moving an upper side. So it gives me confident to plan on the short. So I'm basically waiting for the shots. Meanwhile, waiting for the shots, we have been planning a scalpings on upper side, right? Okay. So we wanted to move to this levels actually. All right, Lee. Lee, right? We have planned one long positions from here, right? Okay. And we wanted to move on upper side, right? So if you have become late, right? Okay. Still it's in a good positions to move on upper side. All right. Still it's a buy zone is still valid for you all, I guess, right? But make your own research, right? All right. Okay. So this is what I feel usually. So small pullback, nothing much to worry about it, I guess, right? If it wants to really give you all the retest from the top, this levels, you are going to get it right. It may like to play around a bit, and again, the market is going to push to this levels. The more it plays around in this zone, right, the more the price can push, has a chances of pushing an upper side, right? Okay, if it happens to directly move on upper side, this is just the levels where my market will touch 63,260 $264, right? But if it happens to play around a little bit, right, play around, right, then it is like target, it will target a little bit on upper side, more target on upper side, okay? So nothing much financial advice, guys. Make your own research, right? If you have setups later on, I may get wrong, right? And you might think, oh, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have followed dragon strategy. Come on, right? All those things. I don't want to make your own research. If your thinking says that, if your setup says that it should be a short, if should be a long, then you can go forward with that one, right? Nothing much to worry for that one, right? Okay. This is what I feel. Okay, brother, I will work on it. All right. Okay. It's not. It doesn't mean that I'm right and it doesn't happen. All right. I'm not. It's not about right and wrong. I'm just explaining you whatever I think. All right. Okay. I'm just explaining you whatever I think. All right. So basically, we wanted to fake out the longs, right? Okay. So in this level, most people, because of this long on upper side, the pullback on upper side, people will wait for the long positions in this levels, right? Okay. But we short it in this level and try to move on a downside. Okay. Because like most probably, likely this zone is going to fake out. All right. Now sharing idea. That's all. Okay. Okay, design hub. All right. Good to know that. Good to know that. Because like we need to have experience. So usually design hub, I try to go for that. Sometimes I feel it right, but usually uh, after if we plan the shots or long after the retest, it's usually a good one. So over here also I was planning from here on the right. So which was incorrect actually for me, right? I would have planned after the retest. in this levels on upper side, right? Okay. Small breakout on upper side, right? Small breakout on upper side, and I would have waited for this retest to be done, right? Okay, so I planned my long from here only, right? So which was a little bit incorrect for me, right? Came down to retest it and went up, right? So I would have waited in this levels. So actually we are doing same for the shorts as well, right? So if it happens to give me this levels, then I would be waiting for the shorts, especially if it happens to come down below this levels. That's going to be a very confident short for me towards the downside. That's going to be a big liquidations on a downside, right? So that's going to be very confident short for me, right? And if it happens to, I can take risks from this levels as well. When after passing an upper side, I'll wait for the price to get a rejection from the top. It is like a price might like to stay above and try to plan on upper side as well, right? But what we can do is we can, if it happens to fail to stay above, right, we can wait below this zone to short it, right? We go for a big shot, boom, on a downside, and this is going to be very quick shots. After it clears out, this is going to take some time in this levels, but after it clears this levels, right, it's going to be very quick on a downside, and you love to trade in this that zone, all right? But otherwise, let's see anyways the market happens to push to this levels or not. Most probably it should be pushing in that zone before it drops towards the downside. That's my hope. That's my understanding, all right? Okay, so most probably should be at least giving you this target on upper side before it drops. So most probably what I'm thinking is might be like to hold a little bit on upper side and try to fake out the longs, right? That time when the price spikes and drops down, you'll be waiting for the shots on the downside and try to move on the downside. This is what I'm thinking for now. All right. It may go right or wrong. Nothing much financial advice, guys. Make your own research, right? I'm not a certified financial advisor, right, guys? Okay, you should know that. All right, I'm just a normal trader. Those who are new in my channels, right? I'm just a normal trader, which I have been trading. All right, okay. So if it happens to give you a downside move, right, then you you don't get a shock, right? Okay, this is what I feel. Usually, this is what I'm feeling, right, guys? Okay, so don't get shocked for that one. All right. This is what the market can do in these levels. Right, guys? Okay. So accordingly, I think it is, if you have patience, you can hold it confidently, right? Okay. It might like to play around a bit in this zone as well and try to push you a small, slowly and upper side, right? Okay. If it happens to give you a downside, you need to have stop losses, right? Okay. You have a stop loss, which you should, shouldn't be worrying about, right, guys? Okay, so most probably I'm waiting for the short positions, right? Once it tries to clarify above this levels, then I'm going to open my short and try to move on a downside. This is what I'm thinking right now. All right. Okay, if it happens to directly move on a downside, this short position I'm going to ignore it, right? Most probably I will be ignoring the short positions and trying to stay away from the zone, right? Okay, if it happens to drag the shot and go for the shot in the zone, right, you might like to expect again, pull back again and upper side. Again, you are going to get one long positions if your stop losses for this one is heated, right? Again, you can wait for the long positions and try to push an upper side. In fact, if it happens to ignore the liquidations on a downside, right? Okay, so if the market moves up from your above your stop losses and well and good, right? Okay. So this is what you can do is right, guys. Okay. So I'm just trying to explain you whatever I think, right? Okay. So it may be right, may not be right. I also don't know, right, guys? Okay. So manage your own risks, take your own decisions, right? Okay. So you understand whatever I'm trying to say. You try to understand from your view as well whatever you think, right? Okay. And You can plan accordingly, right, guys? Are you level best of daily candle high, low, open, price, closing price level? Are your levels best of daily highs? No, not that way, not that way. So sometimes I take that one as well, but not that way. All right. So I designer hub. I usually work on multiple strategies according to the market, which is favorable for me, right? Okay. So in this levels, I would love to follow the trend analysis, right, with a small breakout towards the downside. Okay. So in this levels, I cannot follow my trend analysis, right? Okay. I just need to have some price actions only in this levels, right? Okay. So most probably in this levels, what I'll be observing is if you on the trend analysis plus breakout, right? Why? I'll be observing whether the market will try to break out from these levels on upper side or not. Okay. So when the market happens to break out from those levels, right? And if it happens to get rejection, the retest one, then I'm going to be sure, confident that below these levels, I'm going to go down. So this gives me confidence, right? Yes, I try to work on with the different strategies. For the sideways, I try to go with the different strategies. So sometimes sideways, right, multiple times you are going to fail it. The retest zone, multiple times you are going to fail it, right? Okay, only on the one-sided move, the setup is going to work. So one setup is not going to be enough for all the moves that you get, right? Okay, sometimes you are going to get confused, right? Or you just wait for your setups to come, your turn to come in. Then only you can plan your setups, right? Otherwise, you have to ignore some setups. But for the live streaming, I need to work out on the different setups, right? Because like Saturday and Sunday also people expect some moves, some setups from me, right? And I try to work on that thing. So different strategies, right? Marking high and lows, that will work usually. Uh, Usually I follow that one during the sideways because like price action breakout is not going to work during the sideways. All right, it will try to break out and again try to come down and bash you again, go up and try to trade you the breakouts, and again you are going to bash all those things, right? This happens lots of time, right? Okay. Let's see, guys. All right. So most probably, hopefully we won't get any sideways in this levels, right, guys? Okay. If it happens to give us the sideways in this levels, then we are going to get again boring in this levels, hopefully. All right. So market try to win, you will know that the market is going to get sideways. Okay. So market, if it wants to go for the sideways, it will try to drop directly. All right. In this level, market will try to drop directly. All right. It will cross this levels. Okay. It will cross this levels because like you see the market have tried to break out on upper side, but it failed that one to push on upper side. In case, guys, in case if the market wants to make sideways over here, market will drop in this levels, try to break out in this levels and try to push you on upper side again, right? Okay, so you will be getting sideways. So most probably if it happens to fail below this levels, right, then we will be, rather than expecting a move on upper side or downside, we'll be expecting some hours inside the box, right, which is going to be getting boring, right? Again, your stop loss will be removed, again you will be coming up, coming down, all those things will be happening in this levels, right? Okay, so this is what you can do it, right, guys? Okay. So most probably what I expect is right now, right, going back and retesting this level one more time. All right, one gap on the upper side. Okay, this is what I'm expecting right now. Market tried to push up on upper side, broke out. So previously there was support, right, and market tried to break out on upper side, but the retest one got the field on this levels, right, which is pushing the market a little bit towards the downside, right? Might like to try one more time, all right? Okay, on upper side. Again, if it happens to get a repeated rejection, then you might like to think for the shots for a while, all right? Okay, shots for a while, whereby you will be aiming for at least to come back to those levels, right, one more time, and pushing the market out again in upper side, right? But in fact, if the price happens to stay below this levels, right? Okay, if it happens to stay below this levels and get rejection from this level, then you are confirmed for the sideways. All right. Okay, so then you need to get out, right? For those who are holding, right, those who can hold it for the longs, right, you can hold until and unless price comes over here as well. Okay, but if you are a panic attacker, you can get lost from this levels only, right, guys? Okay, when the stop losses at entry hits, you get lost because like get out, right? That's too rude, right? Okay, so so those who have a patience, right, who can hold it, right, you can wait for the price to do see what the market is going to do in this levels, right? Okay, it's up to you how you handle the markets, right? Okay, guys, most probably. So most probably in this levels, hopefully we won't be getting any sideways in this levels, right? Okay, if it happens to come back, then this will be the levels whereby the market wants to try it and again try to break out. If you're waiting again for the long ones, right? If you want to go for the confirmed trades, right? You can again operate one long positions above these levels, right? Once the market happens to move on upper side, right? Okay, and try to push up on upper side one more time, right? So aggressively, we are planning on us. Whatever we are doing is we are just going to get small move on upper side that is going to be for the retest that needs to be done on upper side, right? So most probably you will be planning to go back for the retest on upper side, right? So if it happens to come to this levels, again you you can expect the price to move on up. Hopefully you won't be getting any sideways in this levels, right? Okay, guys. So if it happens to drop to this levels and break below this level, again market is going to play inside this one, right? Okay, so again passing over this levels, you can go for the big longs and upper side, right? And most probably you can see whether the market breaks out on this levels and try to pass the retest on the upper side or not, right? Okay, so if it happens to pass, then your short becomes invalid. All right, then you can expect the price to move into the next zone on upper side, right? But most probably, I think it should be giving you all the downside move from this levels, right? Okay, one big downside move towards the downside, right? So you are playing with the lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. If you see in a bigger time frame, all right. Okay, so most probably market needs to jump out from this levels and this levels. So whatever it does in this zone. So basically it should be going, this range should be passed. Otherwise it will be coming again next time and should be fulfilled, right? So this is the levels whereby 0.77% is still left, right? Market cap breaking out on upper side right now. If it happens to directly move from here, I'm not going to do anything. Rather, even if it gives me drop all the way towards 40,000 or $50,000 on a downside, not going to touch a single. I'm not going to invest a single penny over there. All right. So this is my rules. Okay. So sometimes I try to fail my rules and I get bashed off, guys. All right. Sometimes I try to fail my rules and try to get bashed off, right, guys? Okay. So again, those who are wanted to go for the long, again, you have opportunities on upper side, right? Okay. Those who have good interest from this level's average point. Again, at the last moment, right, we are trying to aim for this one, whatever it does in this levels, right, guys? Okay. So basically from this levels, right, if it happens to come down, if it happens to come down below this levels, that will be a very confident shot for me. I'll be going for a crazy shots from here towards $61,000, $61,300 towards the downside. So I'll be catching around 1 to 2% on downside. That's all. All right. So meanwhile, whatever we have been doing is a small scalping from here. Once market happens to pass below this level, it's going to be crazy downside on a downside, right? Okay. Hopefully not getting any pickouts, right? So because like you have finished your retest from the top, you try to plan your shots from here, whatever it is. Again, market going up can has a high wicks of you getting out from the trade, right, guys? Okay. But it's up to you how you'll have your own analysis, right? So don't totally focus on my analysis only, right? Try to do your own analysis, right? Don't try to change your setups, right? Whatever you do it, you try to do it on your own, right? Okay, guys. So just have a good time, guys. Anyways, I need to go for the dinner. My wife is waiting for me, right? Okay. So almost 60 to 70%, it is like a good chances of moving in upper side. This is what I feel, but nothing much financial advice. You might like to play around in the zone a bit. If it happens to, even if it drops in all the way towards the zone, it's nothing much to worry, right, guys? Okay. Again, it has a chances of going on upper side one more time, right? Okay. Hopefully you won't be getting any sideways in this levels, right? Okay. If you may get the sideways, then your longs is going to get bashed off, right? But if you don't get a sideways, then your longs will give you a very good profits for you all, right? Okay. Cheers, bro. All right. Have a good time, brothers. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Don't forget this level. This level is so important, guys. All right. So the rest of the things I'll be trying to plan for my VIP, and my VIP got all different setups, little bit different setups, because they like to get enough time to get entry. They get like to get enough time to book profits, right? So quick breakouts is not going to work for them. So I work out differently with them, right? It's time for me to spend some time after dinner with them, right? So have a good time, guys. Take care. Love you all. Signing off, Dragon. See you all tomorrow at 11 UTC. 11 to 12 UTC. All right. See you all. Love you all. Take care, guys. Whatever you do, take care. Piano at the month end, piano is so important, right? Okay. Whatever you do, do the mistake. Whatever you do, the rubbish things. But you should win profits by the month end. That's all. Okay. You be honest yourself.